for example, during the drought, the supposed drought over there in California, they're standing next to the ocean and they're talking about there's a drought. They're gonna die of thirst and they can't water the lawn. There was actually people that went and pulled up their grass and put down like rocks or something like that and changed their lawn to like gravel. What the heck for, man? You're like right next to the doggone ocean, and you ain't never going to run out of water. The people over in Dubai seem to have figured it out, built huge desalination plants, and are able to, have plenty of water. They don't have no water supply over there outside of the ocean. And so, maybe some rainwater. But you got that many people living in one spot, and you got to have more water than just the rain. So they built huge desalination plants. The governmental, I get ready to say construction. The way the doggone dang government's put together is ridiculous. They must go out and take a litmus test to see if you're an idiot, you can be a congressman. We'll walk up out of there with the perfect running engine, and if you got an engine that'll run off of pure water, you can turn generator heads of that. See, right now, the gasoline engines that we use for our generators, or even diesels for that matter, diesel's better than the gas because you can run a diesel longer because of the way that the fuel actually lubricates the cylinders. And so it'll last longer at idle speeds. Now, where an internal combustion engine wasn't designed to idle for long periods of time, you could modify that engine to be able to run cooler and be able to run it at long periods of time. But they weren't designed that way. They were designed for, get up and go, that kind of thing. But nonetheless, if you re-engineered these motors to run on water as opposed to, gasoline or diesel, then you can run these things all day long. Because it's as simple as this. If that cylinder starts to get too hot, you can put more water down in that cylinder to literally cool it down in the process while you're still running the doggone engine.
Hello everybody, it's old Shazizz here. I played just a couple little sections of a radio show that I do on Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Central Time, and on Sunday we have what's called the Knights of the Round Table at 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Central Time. Anyway, this video I'm dedicating to a friend of mine that is a good young man that's got his own YouTube channel out there. But I want to tell you what it's all about. And I want to show you a couple things. On this website right here, you got 3 separate chat rooms. You got TCT Radio, and you got Awake Radio, and Shazizz Mad Science. So there's like 3 separate chat rooms where you can talk to people in there. And a radio player and for Shazizz Radio, and then a link down to a radio player for TCT chat room over these Changing Times Radio and Haggy Shack Radio. Anyway, there's a whole lot of stuff that goes on these radio shows. And if you jump over to the podcast page, what y'all do right now on the Mad Science side, there's over 200 podcasts of ideas and mad science, just all the way up and down this thing, are podcast, going back for quite a long time, with solutions and ideas. And if you jump over to the Knights of the Round Table podcast page, you'll find just as many. Whoa, I'm spinning that pretty fast by there. This little statue right here was made by a friend, one of the Knights of the Round Table. Let's see, I think it's Shannon. Yeah, Shannon did that. anyway, there's a whole lot of podcasts on here for you to listen to. All kinds of things, from working out problems in the world to, just about everything under the sun. Alternative energy. Doggone it, I went and bumped my camera. That figures. See if we can get it back where it was. Alright, so getting a hold of crazy mad science shazizz guy shouldn't be too awful hard, because you can jump over here on my YouTube channel, which has about, let me check it out here. Wait for it to change over. There's 258 videos on my YouTube channel. Each and every one of those videos are a piece of the puzzle. You can jump over there to Facebook. Catch me over there. Anyway, I'm going to pause this video once or twice, and I'm going to put some pictures in there. And I want to share something with you. The reason why I do all this stuff. See, this isn't about fame or fortune or notoriety. It's not about making money or getting rich or anything like that. It's about the world has a few problems. They said there was a problem in the world and they needed some people to help address it. So we kind of counted on our elected representation and really didn't fare so well in the process, because it doesn't seem like we can ever get the proper representation. And so I've been doing these radio shows for quite some time. For a long time I've been doing these radio shows. And the purpose of these radio shows was to bring together all the brilliant minds from all over the globe. There's researchers out there like you wouldn't believe, and some of the researchers that I mentioned a lot are, on links are on these pages. Russ at RWG Research, awesome guy. You got Mark over there at Zero Fossil Fuels. And it just goes on. Just come over and check out some of the links, and I throw links in there through different people that are out there trying to make a difference in the world. But these chat rooms right here, if you go in these chat rooms, you can scroll back and you can see all the comments that were made and all the videos that were posted and links and stuff. It's got a little deal up here at the top. You can go back so many videos or whatever. And I just kicked the tripod again. Messed up the camera again. Nonetheless, you can go up there and you can click and you can go back like 35 at a time in these chat rooms, and you can go back and see all the different links and stuff that was posted in there. It's pretty amazing, because people like Stephen Gibbons down there, it's always in the chat room. He's always posting pertinent links to the shows that are going on. And would really love to see some of my YouTube viewers to come over here and join in on the shows and ask questions and all that kind of stuff. But if we could bring all the brilliant minds to the table from around the world, we could solve any problem that we had. There's nothing in this world that can't be solved. We got the resources available to us. The world is it's amazing. And like my friend Steve always says, we have the vast sum of all man's knowledge at our fingertips. And so with that said, we're standing at a crossroads right now where we have all access to all this information, and we could do something really profound. That's what the Knights of the Round Table is all about. It's bringing all these brilliant people to the table and sharing resources with one another and helping each other out with research and more. I just bumped that doggone thing again. Anyway, one of our honorable Knights of the Round Table a young man named Jermain that lives over in, doggone it, the Netherlands. I'm really fascinated with this young man. He's really creative. He's really smart, really honorable. And he sent me something in the mail that just it made it all worthwhile. It warmed my heart to the extent it reminded me of why it is that I've been doing what I've been doing on the Mad Science Show and the Knights of the Round Table and my YouTube channel. It relit the fire under me to get my research back into full swing. Because after all the trolls incidents and all the craziness and stuff going on, you look out there in the world and you see like it's overwhelming, and you think that it's not possible that you can do anything to fix it. And then a young man clear over in the Netherlands does something so profound and reminds you of why you were doing what it is that you're doing. He said I inspired him. He got to meet a lot of wonderful people and join us on the shows and all that kind of stuff, and he said I inspired him. And I always said that if I could help one person in this world to show him something that would be beneficial to him, that it would make it all worthwhile, and he just proved to me that everything that I've done was for a reason. Now, I said I was going to set out to prove once and for all, went beyond a shadow of a doubt, energy's free before the day I die, and I guarantee you I will keep my promise on that. I'm already trying to show you something amazing. And I do it in a creative kind of way because of obvious reasons of researchers in the past who didn't fare so well whenever they just come right out and said something. You know, you get a lot of attention that way. But nonetheless, I'm gonna turn my light on here and finish this out, so I'm gonna pause this video just for a second. Okay, I'm back. I found a possible solution for my plasma water heater that I'm trying to share with you, which had a lot of problems and leaks and such. So it may look something like this when it's all said and done. And when you see the reason why I'm making it out of glass, you'll understand why I'm doing it the way that I'm doing it at this point in time. But it doesn't necessarily have to be made out of glass. It kind of works on the basic concept of that microwave magnetron there, which I'll explain in full detail when you see plasma in that thing. You're going to know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I got this in the mail from Jermain, one of the Honorable Knights of the Round Table. Hope you can see that. Probably can't. The camera doesn't really do it any justice. Kid's incredible. Yeah, you got the hairstyle right, and you got my hoodie right. You got it all right. You even got the peace sign right, you know. It's really cool. But I'll tell you something. That's worth more than all the gold in the world right there to me. That the work and effort that I put together on the Knights of the Round Table and the Mad Science Show and my YouTube channel, and the purpose for behind the scenes of what it is that I'm actually doing, this made it all worthwhile. Because you couldn't put a value on that. There's not enough gold in the world to pull this out of my hands. I'm going to put it in the fanciest frame I can get a hold of, and I'm going to hang it right there up on the wall. for all the pictures of my family and people I care about, my grandchildren. Thanks, Jermain. That was by far the best gift that I've ever received in my life. Because I needed to know that this was all for something as opposed to nothing, and you just showed me that was really profound. Folks, I wasn't kidding when I said I'm going to prove what I say. Maybe my terminology for my science, and maybe my science is a little bit crazy. I don't call it mad science for nothing. This world is pretty much upside down, and it's been cheating people for too long. And so, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you something really cool. Been working on it for quite some time. Been dropping clues in every single video that I put together. And you might just be surprised at what this world is really all about. The biggest thing is that you personally have the power to reach out and do something to make a huge difference in this world. This is just one piece of the puzzle. Jermain out there is so talented you wouldn't believe it. He's just amazing. And those are the kinds of people that I bring to the table here at the Knights of the Round Table and the Mad Science Show, and I'm hoping that all my viewers out here, it says I got 7,900 subscribers, and I'd like to see some of them show up at that radio station there. And we're not asking you for any money. We're not asking you for any donations. All we're asking you to do is share a bit of your ideas that's on your mind and on your heart. Ways that you believe we can fix this world, because they say it's a mess. And if it's indeed a mess, I'm telling you, we have every single thing. We have every single piece of the puzzle necessary to resolve every single issue under the sun. There's not one problem that we have out there. Pollution, wars, plagues, famines, none of that we can't resolve. I know this for a fact. But it's going to take that missing piece of the puzzle. I'm going to throw some pictures up here that's going to be related to what it is that I've been saying. And I hope you sit through them and just watch them. They're just a few pictures that I pulled off the website. But when you see these pictures, I hope you really let it sink in and think about it for a second. The world needs a whole lot more knights in the shining armor, and even the smallest knight can make a huge difference. Matter of fact, that's one of my favorite pictures on the website, is a little squirrel, and he's in a little shining suit of armor and a little sword on the side and his little shield, and it says underneath there, it says even the smallest knight can make a difference. Well, today Jermain made a difference. He put the wind back in my sails. And from where I stand, that's pretty cool, and it's pretty profound. I'm thankful, and I'm humbled, and I'm honored to know Jermain Fishwick, aka Grasshopper. I'm going to put a link to his YouTube channel. If you guys like what you see on my channel, go over there and support him, and anytime you find somebody like him out there doing research and sharing things with the world, support them as well and send me links, and I'll put them on my radio show, my website, link them to my YouTube channel. And if you're doing the same kind of thing out there, you send me some information and I'll put it up there. I'll link it. It ain't gonna cost you one red cent. It just costs you a little bit of time. Show me where you're at, point it out, point out your friends and that kind of stuff. Bring them all together. See, that's one thing amazing about the Knights of the Round Table, is the Round Table is large right now, But out there in cyberspace, if we need to put a few more chairs next around the table, we can just wide it out to infinity. That's how big it is. Thanks again, Jermain. You are indeed one of the honorable Knights of the Round Table. And I would love to see more people come to the table and join you. So with that said, I'm going to end this video, but folks, I'm still working on my plasma technologies and a lot of other cool things behind the scenes. Keep an eye out for this gizmo on my videos, because if I can get it together, had a little issues with things breaking or leaking, but I think this is going to resolve it. So with that said, peace and love, everybody. Stay tuned. Take care.